the door. I can't take anymore. It's not you. You let me down again. Baby, baby, I try to find a little time, and I'll make you happy. Yeah, I'll be home. I'll be beside the phone waiting for you. Why do you build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down? You mess me around, and then worst of all, you never call, baby, when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart. To you I'm a toy, but I could be the boy you adore if you just let me know. Although you're untrue, I'm addicted.
Hey. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Halos in the Infield postgame show. This is ToddFox. What a game that could have been. What a game that was. What game that could have been, because, God damn it, for everything that we have gone through as a fan base this season, could we have just gotten a no-no to kind of erase the pain? The reason why I played Buttercup right now and build me up and everything is because what happened tonight, we had our hopes up, ninth inning, everything was rolling good. Sandoval got the first strikeout, and then a guy who's batting .083 popped up and just sunk one into right field. After he got the second out, he's 1 out away. He doubles down the line, gets over to second base, and then all of a sudden, what happens? Madden comes out and takes him out. He's still up 2-0. Let him finish the goddamn game. He's settled Donaldson all night and everybody else. It was a lucky cue shot, really, by the hitter. So why not let him finish the game? No, Madden couldn't even let that happen. And then knowing your bullpen, as good as Iglesias is, he kind of suffered a bad one the other night. You put him out there, and right away Donaldson rips one down the line. I'm thinking Buttercup, extreme Buttercup. I'm going to play 4 versions of this before I start the show. So the fact that Iglesias gives up the double, kills his shutout as well, and then, it's 2-1, and then he went 3-2 to Sano, which was a dangerous hitter, and luckily he struck him out to end the game. But like someone said on another chat line chat room that we were in, this felt like a loss. It felt like a loss because, I had a few people messaging me during the game. Sean, who just went on here and left a message, he was like, man, we haven't had a no-hitter since Weaver. It would have been nice to get one and, put us back on the map, so to say, because, there hasn't been a no-hitter since the whole sticky situation, no pun intended, with baseball went into light, and all of a sudden, there's no no-hitters, there's nobody going deep into games, because remember, season started, there's 6 no-hitters right off the bat. Sandoval's is legit. Call the Twins whatever you want to call them. They're still a major league team. They still have a pretty darn good lineup compared to ours right now. And he no-hit them pretty much through almost 9 innings. I mean, what a hell of a performance. This is a guy who coming into this season had no wins as an Angels starter. He was looking for his first win, so his only wins that he's had in his career came this season, and he's pitched his ass off. This guy has earned a spot when Quintana went down. He's not going to lose it, and I believe he's earning himself a spot in this rotation next year. Hell of a game to you, Patrick Sandoval. Tip of the cap to you. What a great performance tonight. 13 strikeouts, dominant pitching. This is something that you wish, if Heaney is not, licking a lollipop in the dugout and playing his Twitch, you hope that he was paying attention just a little bit, So to watch a real pitcher go out there who's hungry and who spots his stuff, and when he goes 3 balls, 2 strikes, you know what? I'm not going to nibble. I'm going to trust my stuff. And my stuff is good enough to swing and strike out somebody or pitch something and strike out somebody. That's what you need from your pitchers. This was a great performance. I hope all the Angels pitchers were watching this, including the bums in the bullpen. I hope they were watching, because that's what a real starter is made of. The stuff that Sandoval did tonight. And, he's only 24 years old. I'm super excited to see him progress, as I know you guys are out there as fans watching him progress. he's a local kid from Mission Viejo. That's even awesome. More awesome, he's a local kid, so you root for guys like that, so I'm hoping he continues his progression. I'm going to get into the comments and everything, but man, oh man, what a great start tonight. It's very encouraging to see. We've seen the same kind of qualities out of Suarez. He's not quite there where Sandoval is, but Sandoval this year, I think you can all agree that he has taken a ginormous step forward from his progression as a 22-year-old, basically getting his feet wet, to a 23-year-old in an exhibition season last year, to now a real season, getting an opportunity, and he's taking the ball and rolling with it. And you know what? That should be an inspiration to all the players trying to make their way from the minor leagues, and we'll talk about the minor leagues later too. That's a whole nother mess. But coming from the minor leagues and trying to make your spot and trying to hold your spot, because it's one thing to make the majors, it's another thing to hold your spot there in the majors. We've seen plenty of 4A players come through this system, and Sandoval was not really a high pick. Remember, this guy came over on a trade for Max Stassi when we traded Jose Maldonado to the Houston Astros. So remember, this guy is not from the Angels organization originally. He's originally Houston Astro along with Stassi. He was a throw-in player when we got Stassi a couple years back when we gave Maldonado for the playoff race for the Houston Astros. So we all didn't like Epler for the most part, but I think it's safe to say this is one of the trades that worked out really good for the Angels. You're able to get a really good, dependable catcher who the ERA is better when he's in there when he catches. I'm sad to say, but he's just a much better catcher, and he's a much better hitter. He's coming along. And then you got a diamond in the rough, Patrick Sandoval, who was pretty much floundering in the Houston Astros organization. He comes over here, and he's worked his way up. He's battled, and now look at him. I mean, I'm so excited to see him pitch. This is awesome that he actually got off to a great start and got this W tonight, although very dicey in the ninth inning. So Nancy checks in with putting Buttercup on mute. Was this social pulling? Sandoval saw this way too much before. Sean is saying Iglesias low in the zone, Sanu dangerous up in the zone. So yes, that was good pitch location right there by our boy Iglesias, because otherwise Sandoval might have tried to drive that one like most of the Angels. And by the way, as far as the Angels hitting tonight, real quick before I get into some of the comments, 2-0. The Angels were just like, hey, you know what? 2-0. Let's swing for the fences the rest of the night. So as excited as I was and happy for our boy Sandoval to get the job done tonight, very disappointed in the hitting once again. I know Barrios is pitching. Barrios is one of their best pitchers, if not the best pitcher for the Twins. But still, you got to work. You got to try to get a few runs. They did it, and they looked pretty flat for the most part tonight. Sleepy Joe disrespectfully took out Sandoval. Keeves says. Nick Tukulin says Detmers is doing solid in his first game in AAA. It's so exciting. Wait for the Buttercup song. We won. Yeah, I know, but it felt like a loss. Trotta here says, fuck Madden for you asking out Sandoval. It was a great game. Now, at the end of the game, you saw Madden pull Sandoval aside, but I know when he originally took him out, Sandoval looked pretty pissed. But when he was after the games and everyone high-fived each other, I don't know what Madden said right there. I'd like to know what he'd said, because they were in a pretty good conversation right there. Let's see. I think that's Chase says, bad team win. That's hard to say. Good Sandoval win. There you go right there. That kind of makes sense, though. Not at first, but it does make sense. Let's see, and then let's get to the other comments here. Fast Times, my boy says, but we won. And because referring to the Buttercup song, because I usually play the Buttercup when we blow it. So much pain, Rendon memes, because over on that page, Rendon memes, Nathan, a bunch of other people, Fletch Facts, they were just like losing their shit because they wanted that no-hitter really bad, and they couldn't come through with it. So that was kind of tough right there. Grillmaster says, why are we getting the Buttercup? That's because, man, and it just doesn't feel like a win. It was a Buttercup for the no-hitter. We really wanted that no-hitter. See, Nishan says, what's up with the neglect by Moreno with our minor leagues? He read that article. I'll get into that in a little bit. Let me just get through a few more of these comments. Madden tries to do the opposite of winning, Nick Tukulin says. I agree. Let's see. Todd John Cena for today, or is Todd John Cena for today? Oh, geez. Madden tried his best to lose this game. Yes, he did. Trade Raciel, Nathan. I don't know about that. Sandoval. Well, he's probably going to get traded now. Sandoval doesn't get a post. Yes, I did post one on the page. Let's see. So fucking close. And Drizzle says Fletch Facts checks in with our favorite comment, David Fletcher. And then Angel's grandma says there were tears in Sandoval's eyes when he was interviewed after the game. I know he was devastated. He was taken out of the game. Madden sucks. See, even Angel's grandma's throwing shade. And it's true. You should not have took him out in that game. Let him finish what he freaking started. Can't trust anyone named Joe. Damn. Oh, man. Don Hammond says Joe Madden is a joke. Screw that fool. Hope Perry can fire his ass after the season. He's got no guts or no faith in this man. Or I've got no faith in this man. He was such an amazing rhythm tonight, Grillmaster says. Grillmaster also says sticky situation, but Raciel is the one that's not sticky. As fans, we deserve a no-no, James says. We should have got one. Fletch Fact says, if we're not going to make the playoffs, we should have got a freaking no-hitter. I finally grew a pair of balls and started talking to a girl. I think she likes me too. There you go, Fletch Facts. What do we tell you? See, if it works out for you, Fletch, you better give us some credit because I gave you some tips the other night and you actually went with it. So good for you, man. Sandoval, marry me. Juan's already proposing. Ace says, no. It was still a great game to watch. But that ninth inning just pissed you off if you're really into it. Let's go, Fletch. Rendon meme says, great job, Sandoval. Madden needs to be fired. Trout here says. Rendon meme says, today may have been an L, but Fletch Facts got the W. There you go, Rendon. There you go, pumping up your boy right there. Proud of Sandoval. He showed the ace stuff today. Yes, he did. He's trying to take control of this staff, and if he wants to do it, give him the goddamn keys to the car if he's pitching. I mean, he's not going to pitch like this every time, but Sandoval, even in a loss, remember, guys and girls, just a freaking couple weeks ago, he pitched against Seattle at the Big A. He gave up 6 runs, and he put in a man's performance. Down 6-0, still pitched his ass off 7 innings. So he can do it, man, and that's that's a Chuck Finley type of start. If you don't have it necessarily, still pitch your ass off, eat some innings, give your bullpen a night off, and keep your team in the game. And that's the kind of pitcher that he's starting to look like, and I'm really encouraged to see that. Fletch Facts is a walking W. Oh, damn, Fletch Facts is getting all kinds of love right now. Let's see. Justin says, are you going to talk about the bullshit pay and living conditions by our prospects enduring? Yes. You know what? Since we're on that right now, let me just get to a couple of these comments, and yes, I'll bring that up right now. Our offense is pathetic. We can't score for shit. What the hell is up with Jared Walsh? He's ice cold. He's swinging for the fences. He's trying to pull the ball, and if you notice, the pitches that he's getting thrown is sliders, changeups, and breaking pitches that dive out over the plate to where he's trying to pull them. He'll swing over them because he's got an uppercut swing, and he's grounding the ball out a grip, and if he's not doing that, he's popping up. I get you all mad at Madden. T says, I get it that you're all mad at Madden for putting Iglesias in, but Madden did not want Sandoval to be pissed he lost the no-no with an overthrow. True, but you never know if he could have got those last 2 outs last out without surrendering the run. The offense was pathetic tonight. Manny says, we traded Martin Maldonado for this guy. W. Hell yeah. Justin says, we should be mad at Artie right now, not Madden. Oh, yeah, we're going to get into that right now. And, okay, that may be the only for that loss for the Buttercup. We need to sell the Team Artie shirts. Those are actually being printed. Sandoval focus was on point tonight. Our minor league players deserve better pay, damn it. T says if Polanco doesn't throw that air, Sandoval gets the loss and we get a shutout. Let's let that think in. Oh, okay. Let's see. And then what the Angels, let's see, type of error tonight. Yeah, there was an error. Detmers is tearing it up right now in AAA in his debut. And then let me get to a couple of these real quick. I know Fernando is very passionate about it. Let's see, it was a terrible play by, some other people are checking in right now. Let's get, before I get to some of the other comments real quick, let's see, Fernando has just sent me something right now. I want to talk. I want to get on with Fernando at some point, hopefully tonight too, to talk about it more. But I will touch on this real quick because there's been a lot of talk. I don't know if you've seen the article. I think we posted it on the page earlier. It might have Fernando has done it. There's basically an article out there by an Angels player who came forward in the minor league system that said there's like 6 people to a room. Sometimes they don't have rooms. Sometimes they have to sleep in RVs. They don't have money to eat. The cost of living is too high. The rent is $2,000. They only get $1,600 for the month. There is so many things that we talked about that Fernando that when he talked to Ty Buttrey and got him to come on and we did the interview, Ty Buttrey brought it up for the first time. I knew about it, but Fernando had known about the minor league system for a long time. He'd been talking to other people about it. He has connections in Major League Baseball. And when Ty Buttrey brought it out to us about the struggles of everyday minor league systems, he was talking about other teams. Not necessarily Angels. He didn't put the mark on them, but we had heard rumblings about it, but I didn't think it was as bad as like the Baltimore Orioles situation, which we found out about a couple weeks ago. And the Angels situation now looks really pathetic about Artie because ESPN went right to the source. They went right to him and asked him, hey, what the hell is going on with your minor league system? Why are there so many players coming out saying it's causing mental issues because they're having to struggle to eat, find food, find place to sleep, and all these other types of things, and maintain the focus to become a major league ball player. A lot of pressure is on these young guys to do their job, and they're not giving the right tools, resources, or places to even rest their head at night. That's pathetic from a billion-dollar corporation, such as Artie Moreno, that's $3 billion. Now, a quick fix, I was talking to someone online, a quick fix would be if the Angels and other teams were to say, okay, we don't want to pay for hotel stays for all these other ball players, we don't want to pay for rooming, lodging, food, whatever. And I was actually talking to Courtney, and I told Courtney, what about the idea of just making it like a compound? Like, say, for instance, the 66ers have their stadium out there. Buy some land, buy some bungalows, buy some, apartments, whatever you got to do, right? And for the home and away guys. So you have your own living spaces. Make it like dorm rooms for your home team, dorm rooms for the road team. That way, if you're only going to pay them a minuscule amount of money per month because you're a cheap-ass owner, least that you paid for the buildings, all you have to do is maintain the plumbing, whatever, this and that. Make sure your players at least have somewhere nice to sleep. It's on the compound. There is, where they're at all times. There's curfew and all this other BS. And then that's taken care of. And then the money you do give them because you're a cheap ass, then they can at least afford to pay a few bills, a phone bill, some food. If they want to, take a girl out or whatever they want to do, let them do that. That would be the thing. So every minor league team should have their little compound to go along with their team. Will they do it? Absolutely not. Now, the only way that things get changed is this more comes to the light. And kudos to that ball player that came forward and said what he had to say. And fuck Artie if it is true. Because if it is true, shame on you, you cheap bastard. And just like any other freaking owner in this league that's letting this fly in the minors, which I believe, from what I've been told, there's about 70% of the teams are treating their players like ass. There's only a select few franchises that are actually taking care of their players. And it's not on all levels. It's only on a few levels. So hopefully, the more that this comes to light, the more that not only Major League Baseball players and will maybe come to the fight and aid of the young kids, or people on the outside, like have been blowing up my phone today, can put the word out and put the pressure out on these dickhead owners, and they can actually spend some money to improve the living conditions of these ball players that are trying to make it money for your team. I mean, they're shitting on the people that are going to make money for their team. How does that make sense? It doesn't make any sense at all. So hopefully this is the year of change. And these ball players that come from other countries that are leaving poor conditions, like in Cuba, Dominican, they shouldn't have to leave those countries coming to the greatest country in all of the world to be living in poor conditions. They should be taken care of, especially by the organization that's investing time and money in them, but not enough money because they want to make money off of them. They should try to invest some money into them. That's not fair. And then the players that come from here shouldn't be leaving a chance to maybe getting a degree somewhere or having an opportunity to make money in a business sacrifice everything to play ball and chase your dream, to be living like a third world country. So you have third world players coming over here expecting the best stuff and being treated like third world players. Then you have people that grew up and maybe came from nice homes or came from an area thinking that, okay, we're leaving the ghetto, but I'm going to make it in the majors. And then you're back in the ghetto, or you're struggling, or you're like trying to like live on you're trying to get a motel in a crackhead infested area maybe because you can't afford anything else. That's not right. I barely started hearing about this a year and a half ago. So I was oblivious to this. So I'm all thinking, okay, the 66ers or any other team, name whatever team you're talking about, minor league system, has all their shit together. And these guys are bunking out maybe one or two to a room, and they have their food provided for them. They have their diet right there. They have their trainers whenever they want. Everything's set up, and I'm thinking, man, that's peachy keen, dude. All you have to do is just get into the minors, you work your way up. You're taken care of, and then you get to the majors, and everything's all gravy. Jeez, no, it's just like get to the majors. Because even if you're in the system, it's not a congratulations, you made it. You're still struggling. That's not right. That's not right at all. They get paid chump change to throw away maybe 3 or 4 of their best years of their life if they don't make it, to try to make their dreams come true. And if they don't make their dreams come true, yes, you could say, hey, I gave it the old college try, but you're not getting the resources to get to your dream and make it come true. That's kind of messed up. So I'm hoping there's change right there. People are checking in saying they're happy for Sandy. Vegas versus the Bees in 2 weeks. Going to try to get out there for Detmers, Rodriguez, and Ward. Let's see. Want to trade for Barrios? Yeah, that'd be a good pitcher. Nick Tukulin says that was wrong. Madden to take out Sandoval. Sandoval wants to cry. I see what you did there. Todd, don't shave until the Angels lose 2 in a row. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it going, man. I'm gonna keep it going. Angels grandma for Angels manager or owner. Angels grandma for GM. Rendon memes. Get a shirt for Fletch, or get that shit, Fletch. He says shame on Joe for taking him out. Sandoval killed it. Let him finish. Nick Tukulin says Sandoval has been the best pitcher right now since Skaggs 6 innings deep into games all season. Fletch facts with David Fletcher. Matt Bendingo says and then Cole Poppin says I would never think that or said that Patrick innings. That is for sure right there. Sandy, Sandy has a huge unit right there apparently. Sandy was on fire tonight. Angels meme says Angels and Dodgers both have a closer who blow chunks, both near no-nos. Sandy and Bueller both had games going on like that, and they were both almost blown. Both had multiple stars. Maybe we should maybe merge the team together. Rally Chris says a lot of people are making fun of the Angels grandma over Twitter. We're definitely popular on or making fun. She's big. A lot of people are making fun of her. No, I don't think. Or I think she's all over Twitter. My comments were coming out jacked up right there. Cole says, "What a great day today for Sandoval. Hell of a game. Happy for him and the Angels." You and Angels grandma are blowing up. That's for sure. Rally Chris. Artie Sterling right there. The area of around the 6-6 area is shitty, to be honest. It is a bad area, but see, if you're able to have a compound, you close that shit up. Let's see. Post-game show, Salmon mentioned Donaldson's previous at-bat just missed going deep was the reason for the change. Sell the team, you buffoon. Yeah, I still don't buy that one, dude. I still think he should have went after him. I will attend the ass game and give a player money for food. Or a AAA game and give money for food and a hotel. Already screw you, Sean. And you're not the first person to say that. We've had a bunch of players hitting me up about that and saying that they're going to donate some food or give some money to these players, which is pretty cool. And that's really nice of you guys because that's showing that you have more heart than a freaking owner that has billions. All Artie does is care about himself. He doesn't care about the fans or the players. That is true. Fuck Artie. James says. Justin says, I think they should Pass a hat for home runs. When the player hits a home run, people will give $5 to give the player that hit the home run. You know what? And Justin's going to go to one of these games too, and he said he's going to donate some stuff, so that's pretty dope of him too. Detmers is dealing with 6 scoreless innings and 9 strikeouts. That dude's going to be up quicker than you can shake a fist right there. Fuck Artie, Justin says. Let's go Detmers. Matt Bedingo says the Aviators are so bad. Nick Tukulin says there is no stairs in a bungalow. Grillmaster says, well, I meant like a dorm room type setting. You know what I mean? Artie Moreno is a billionaire piece of shit. Let's see. Matt Bedingo also says this makes me hate Artie so much more. This is why we need a new owner. This is why, this guy wasn't the right fit. This is why, we hope that he has something on him that we can get him removed other than this, because I don't think he can get removed for this because there's just too many cheapskate owners in the freaking league. Trouter here says it's all about money. Artie has proven this time in and time out. It is so true. Grillmaster says, I made an update to my video description emphasizing that Jaime Barria will go tomorrow. We will be opposed by Bailey Ober, a rookie. He's 1-1 with a 6 ERA. Juan says, fire Madden. Todd, you keep freezing up. My bad, Mapping. I don't know why I'm freezing on here. I saw it a couple times. Trouter here says, what's going on with Bauer? There's right now, there's no news about Bauer right now. So we don't know, other than the fact that players kind of DFA'd him off of social media, and also that he's been put on restriction again, extended restriction. So this is going pretty deep. If I had to guess about it, they're probably diving into, they have search warrants for the same thing they kind of did with dick pics. They had to get search warrants for his phone records. Sometimes that takes 60 days. And when it comes in, it's going to prove that there's been no doctored text, because I think that's the big thing the lawyers are trying to figure out. Was it doctored texted by Bauer? Was it by her? If there is proof on either side, they're going to know by the records. So I think they're waiting on the phone records. Once those come in, I think Major League Baseball and the police will make the decision whether or not it was rape, a beating, or whatever you want to call it, and then we'll really see what happens with Bauer, if he's convicted or if he walks. Thank you, Todd, for bringing everyone's attention to the minor league players that are going through this. We had no idea what's going on, Angel's grandma. This actually started by Fernando Angel's grandma and Ty Buttrey. So they got the ball rolling with that, and then we started hearing stories about the Orioles. And unfortunately, the Angels news broke yesterday with the minor league stuff. And I know a lot of you guys and girls wanted to talk about it. So it's just terrible what's going on. It's unfortunate that it comes our way to Anaheim, and we have to hear about our players going through that too. Grillmaster says, stop skipping my comments. I'm not skipping your comments. Try to hear he can't talk during the investigation. Yeah, he can't. There's pretty much a moratorium on any kind of comments right now. The next hearing is August 2nd, so that's right there. Fire Artie, Grillmaster says, okay, you read that comment. You skipped the one about the few. Dude, I'll get to him. Hold on, man. Justin says, I think he has Skaggs' death, to be honest. Or he was in on Skaggs' death, to be honest, Artie. I don't know, man. I just know one thing. A lot of, again, when this thing goes to trial about Skaggs, you will see the fact that 6 players were on drugs at the same time. Those players' names will finally be a public record. And I'm just curious. I'm not going to assume, but I do have my hunches on who at the time might have been on the opiates with Skaggs and who was provided the drugs. I don't know if Artie knew about it, possibly, but I do know a hell of a lot of people in that organization did. So I'm pretty damn sure the family will either hopefully settle out of court and this doesn't get dragged through court so long. But knowing Artie being a cheapskate, he will go full on and try to win this thing. But I have a feeling he's going to lose it. They have too much damn, information and evidence against Artie. Nathan says Bauer will easily be out the rest of the year. And will already being pushed into August. And that's the thing, with him being pushed into August further and further out, just think about it. Even if he's innocent, right? Even if they find out and they say, okay, you know what, she was fabricating things, and Bauer comes back out on the mound, he's going to face all kinds of crap from not only his own fan base, but from other fan bases, because then you know how bad fans are and how they'll just pick on one thing. Because my dad went to an Oakland A's game one time with me up in Oakland, and the A's had what is it? They were wearing it was here in Anaheim. Sorry, he was wearing gray pants. Ben Grieve. This goes way back. Ben Grieve was wearing gray pants, green shirt, and they were wearing their dark road ones, whatever. And he had bright white shoes on. The only reason why I'm bringing this up because fans will focus on something stupid and just rail you. Imagine if they actually have something good to throw at you. You know what I mean? They're gonna go after Bauer the whole time. My dad was just sitting there like, "Hey, Grieve, what's up with your shoes? Did you get those from Payless? How come yours are so white?" He was just on him for innings. So imagine this kind of information you have about a player beating someone. You could go into all kinds of sexual comments, and and I think you'll get a lot of fans joining in. It'll just turn into all cluster F of problems. Grillmaster, I think he knew about it and he did something and did not say anything. Matt Bedingo says he can't be moved because he bought the stadium for I think $325 million. Yeah, that is he ain't going nowhere, dude. Artie ain't going nowhere. That's a cover-up, isn't it, Justin? Grillmaster says Artie is not as bad as Marge Schott was. She was the worst baseball owner ever. Yeah, Ace, you know what? She was a throwback to all that racism stuff in the Midwest. She was a terrible person, and basically did not try to hide it. And so when it finally came out, it was time for her to go. But she lasted, I think, into the 80s, if I'm not mistaken, Ace. So yeah, she did not. She was not a good owner right there. Grillmaster says a cover-up of one's death, maybe. Grillmaster says if it wasn't the Angels, that if it was a person hired by us, it was part of the Angels organization. Where's Rendon? Trouta here. Hey, still nursing that vagina. Nathan says, hey, is a podcast with Jeff Fletcher already out? The one for... It's on YouTube. I'm actually going to put it on podcast right when I finish this. I was lagging it. I had some stuff to do today, but I'll have the podcast version out there right as soon as this show is over, Nathan. Probably in about an hour or less, I'll have it on for listenings. Let's see. Heaney was on that shit, no question. Manny, I wasn't going to say it, but since you said it, yeah, Heaney being Skaggs' roommate, there's no doubt in my mind. If I had to pick one guy, it was him. Grillmaster says, where's Rendon having a beer with Artie during the erectile dysfunction bleeding out of... Jeez, I'm not going to read that part. At Trouta here, he's still on his period. Yes, he is. Manny, you think so? He's still on IL right now. Is Heaney Connect? No, he's not. Let's see. The Jeff Fletcher one is already out there. Get Todd Fox's dad on the podcast. I'm sure he has some good heckler stories. He actually does, Nathan. I'm telling you, I'm gonna try to get him on a live. I've been asking him to come on for a live, but he might be a little overwhelmed with all the comments and the screens and whatnot. So I might just have him on a recording. But I'm telling you, he's gonna be pretty funny. Trouta here says, Todd, if Bauer is cleared and for some reason the Dodgers release him, would you want him on the Angels? No. At this point, he's too much of a head case. Perry Messiaen came out there and said that he wants character guys. He's not a character guy. He's a narcissist. I wouldn't want anything to do with him. As good as he pitches, I'm pretty much over him. Bauer did a Ray Rice, but in the bedroom. Oh, shit, that's true. Trouta here. Hell no, Bauer is tainted. Justin says, Grillmaster, why did you read the comment about Egypt talk? Because the dick part. Let's see, we're a family page. You guys always have me rolling, Todd. Yeah, I mean, I try to keep it family, dude, but yeah, that's not always the case with Grillmaster. Always pushing the limits of the page. Let's see. So for today's game, look. Again, tomorrow we go try to get the 3 out of 4. Sandoval with a great pitching performance tonight. Came so close to giving us that no-hitter that would have probably given us our bow for the season. That would have been like if we beat the Dodgers again, our World Series, we take out the Dodgers again, and then we had a no-hitter during the season. So close, man. That's why I played the Buttercup song in the beginning. So again, if you want to check out the podcast, we got an interview with Jeff Fletcher from the other day. If you haven't caught it on YouTube, but if you want to just listen to it, we're going to have that posted here in about an hour or so. And then also, we just interviewed a ball player this morning, me and Courtney. I was trying to get Fernando there, but he was traveling back from the Chicago area. He just landed in Los Angeles, so that dude's always traveling. So But we do have an interview with Packy Naughton, who is in AAA Salt Lake, and he was spent a good 30, 40 minutes with us. A very cool guy. I think you guys are going to like him. You're going to get to know him. He'll be up here probably most likely in September. So he's a real chill dude. Oh, he's a guy we got for Brian Goodwin last year. Came over as a AAA Reds pitcher of the year in 2019, and he's pitched really good down there in Salt Lake and with the Sixers. So he's knocking on the door. He's really good friends with Chris Rodriguez and also Detmers, and hopefully the big three can come up at the same time in September or maybe sooner, and that'd be freaking awesome to see a good youth movement with Sandoval and Suarez already being up here, and hopefully Jaime can get his shit together and finally prove himself as a starter, because we've seen him come up and come down, and just we want him to stay up here, but he's so inconsistent. We're hoping he's finally turned the page and he's got his shit together like Sandoval and Suarez, and then that could just be another weapon in our repertoire and get rid of all the bullshit Quintanas and your Bundys and your Heaney's and just get rid of that trash already, dude. Because honestly, the only starters, obviously, besides Ohtani, that I want back right now, I want to give one more shot to Canning, and I want Cobb. I like I like Cobb. I like the way he's a fighter. I like the way that he's taken the reins of trying to be the leader of this team. I think you need guys like that, and I think he's already said he wants to come back. I think that'd be a no-brainer. And then you add one big ace to go along with that, and then you have the kids battle it out for those 3, 4, 5 spots or 4 or 5 spots. You'd have literally 4 or 5 good pitchers that we haven't had this kind of conversation about in a long time, fighting it out for 2 spots. And then you could pick and choose, and if you have too much and you see that, this guy's already proven everything in AAA, you could say, hey, you know what? We have a guy here we could trade. And maybe you trade a Canning, or you trade and you get something back that you need. So that is how pitching is so important in this game. And I'm just really excited to see a lot of these pitchers come together, and we're seeing right now an influx of guys come through our system. That's something we haven't seen in 6 years. So I'm really excited about the future of Angels pitching, which it sounds weird to even say that, right? So, but that's where I'm at right now. A few more comments before I get out of here. And then we'll talk about something else. Or, yeah, let's see. Maybe even Barrios. He's talking. The Grillmaster wants to fire Madden, get Barrios. Justin says, I'll be in Vegas during the Dodgers series. Oh, shit. Have a good night, Todd. You too, Nathan. Yvette says, I missed a good game. Speaking of, I'm leaving on vacation Friday. Oh, where are you heading, Grillmaster? Let's see. Going to A's game on the 29th. You're out of here. I hope you guys, as many as you can make the freaking August 14th game against the Astros. Even if you don't get tickets to the game, just come out and kick it with us and have a beer, talk some Angels baseball, throw play some cornhole. We're gonna have raffles, have some food, just have some fun and hang out. Manny says, not in hell. Yeah, that dude's cool, man. I mean, he's a Massachusetts guy, but he's looking forward to being on the West Coast and doing some surfing. That guy's pretty cool. Grimmaster says, but I won't be shooting content while I'm away. Rally Chris says, would have blown up Bauer on Twitter. Get away from my team. I don't want you on my team, and with a trash can. That case, the Angels will probably trade for him, knowing Artie. Matt Bedingo says, enjoy your vacation, Grillmaster Angels. Grandma says, see, he's going to Mexico. Be careful, my friend. Justin says, I hope we keep Adele. He's tearing up in Salt Lake. He's going to come up, dude, for sure. Grillmaster says, Bedingo told me last night if we would resign Alex, and it would worry him that Cobb would turn into Bundy 2.0. I hope not, but I don't think he is. I think his resume speaks for itself. Yeah, the future is bright with the arms we have on the Bees, that's for sure. Matt Bedingo says, I want to keep Marsh. Trading him away and would make Adele feel sad. I know they're all friends. That's a cool thing that we found out. I just don't want to lose. I think Marsh could be an Erstad 2.0. I think Adele, the roof is so high for him. And I think he could do a lot of good things up here. I'd hate to lose either one of those guys. We need Maddox, Glavin, and Smoltz, though. Charlie says, sup, Todd? I'm almost ready to join you guys. Dugout talk. Yes, congratulations again publicly. Homeboy got a house. That is a huge deal. So congratulations to Dugout. And also the fact that he's going to be coming aboard pretty soon. So that's just another good voice that you're going to hear or see on freaking Halos in the Infield podcast and on the page, providing content for all Angel fans. Guy knows his stuff, so you're gonna love hearing his stuff, along with Chase, Andrew, James, Fernando, myself, Rally Chris. See, Manny says Mariners winning 1-0 in the first inning. Hopefully we can gain some ground in Oakland. Sean says Cobb and Sandoval 1-2. Chase says Stassi for player manager. Oh, that's not a bad idea, actually. Marsh needs a day off after hitting the ball off himself. Yeah, it looked painful, James. Michael Gibby says, I hate Madden's bullpen moves. I think all of us will be there. Yeah, we're all right there with him, Gibby, on that one. Matt, Adele, and Marsh are good friends. Yes, they are. I hope that in a while in Mexico I can taste some food that's authentic Mexican. Oh, you don't like authentic Taco Bell, Grill Master? Come on now. Just kidding. Matt Bedingo says, I know, Justin, why trade one of them away? Yeah, I would love to keep all this young talent together. Let's see. Justin says, Todd, I'm going to figure out how to go live with you when I'm in Vegas ballpark in the 8th to see the Bees. Yeah, you could probably invite me on there, and we'll try to do that, or maybe I could even get out there. I have a friend that lives out there. Grillmaster says, please have another tailgate, by the way, on a weekend, September, that I might be able to go. I'm going to try to do that, so we'll see. Let's get to the first one first in a couple weeks here, because by the way, that's coming up really quick. There's the 24th already, and the 14th is the tailgate. So with all that being said, tomorrow, if you guys and girls want to have a chance to win a free jersey courtesy of us here at Halos in the Infield, we are going to restart the bingo game once more. That's really cool, and all we need you to do, we have a week to do it. Just DM me the fact that you want one, and I will send you one. Take a picture of it, you play that, or print it out, and you could play that. I'll explain all the rules again. We'll do it all over, and then we'll play for another jersey again. It goes really fast because on all our podcasts and shows, we give out bingo numbers, and then you can play along. And it only took, I think it was 2 weeks, and we already had a winner. So that was really cool. So we want to do that. We want to keep the fans involved, and we want to make this a fun place for everybody. Don't forget, tomorrow you'll have 2 chances to win a trucker hat via us here at Halos in the Infield as well. We got many more promotions coming up, and with your help, hopefully guys and girls can go to redbubble.com. Anytime you guys purchase anything on there, when you type in Halos in the Infield, it comes back to us and it helps us out because we're able to buy and do more things for this page and for you guys and girls, the listeners. So and let me know if there's something or a game that you guys would like to play, because we've done it in the past too, where we had kids do their best drawings of their favorite players, and they win a jersey for their parents. So maybe something like that again, or hats, or there's all kinds of stuff that we're going to be giving out. So just give me a heads up if there's something you guys have a game that you guys want us to play. We could do that and get everyone involved. And also, I do have something that if you guys want to help us promote this page. Me and Rally Chris got a gang load of those cards that we were not able to pass out, which we thought we were, at the Angels game. And if you want to help us distribute those, they're basically business cards with a social media on it. Just ask us. Maybe we'll send you some. And if you could pimp them out to the places that you're at, or maybe you have like a restaurant that has high traffic or whatever like that, that would really help us out too, because that would get the word out there. And also not have us have over 1 billion of these cards. We literally have thousands of these cards that we'd like to get to people to maybe, if 10 people get them and only one says, hey, I'm going to follow, that's worth it. So hopefully something like that, if you guys want to help us out there, we greatly appreciate that. Just DM me about that as well. So with all that being said, we hope that everybody enjoys the rest of their Saturday. Angels baseball, we got to win tonight. It would have been so much goddamn better if we had a no-no. I was already ready to set up my lights, the disco lights, and it was going to be like, streaming in here, strobe lights, and it was going to be like a celebration type song in the background. But damn, oh, so close. So we'll see what happens as we move forward. Hopefully, like you guys said, Oakland loses tonight, and we can at least gain a game and know that we gained a game without, because obviously last night would have been nice to get the win. We would have gained a game. We would have been trying to get back within 5. So I'm not Not going to say it's over for the season at all. We keep going until we're eliminated. We keep going until we're mathematically eliminated, and we could get back in this thing. We just need to get on a streak. So one game at a time. Let's do this again tomorrow. Let's get back to